and hollow that ever been before. People are drifting from door to door, can't find no heaven or to get where they go.
I'm not completely sure how long I was out. Could have been a day, maybe more. It was hard to tell. Dragging myself up and out of that camp was hell. All I really wanted to do was sleep for another month, give or take. Between that and the nice, heavy, fuzzy feeling, I figured that whoever dragged me out of the compound must have put me on some damn strong medication while I was stitched up. That also meant that just about all I could really piece together was that I'd probably be in a lot of pain once those pills wore off. So, of course, my first goal was to find more. This being Eastern Europe, I found vodka first. In hindsight, I should have just toughed it out. Someone like me, there's no such thing as just a little bit to take the edge off. But I did my best to keep it under control, at first. I mean, of all the worst places to have a full-blown relapse, I'd say Trinaris was in the top 5, at least. After a week or so, the pain had finally faded enough for me to get back on the road. I had no idea whether the decontamination squad was still out there, and I wasn't exactly keen on finding them again on my own. I figured my best bet was to find the colonists again, but by that point Hickory Hill had been abandoned. Word was that they'd been moving around from place to place, so as soon as I could, I began scavenging for a radio. The one I found was pretty old and banged up, but I was still able to scan frequencies for any clues I could find. And finally, I caught a break. They had last been seen around Gorka, apparently meeting with someone named Alyssa Morgan and her group, who called themselves Alcyon. Still shaking off the liquor and pills, I broke down camp, gathered my things, and made my way there.
Isn't this where the UN guys were? You were telling me about the Thursday.
They're supposed to be here, but I've never seen them here when come through, you know. So maybe they've moved on.
You guys don't have very good situational awareness, do you?
I know that voice.
No, they really do
Those ran right past me.
not.
I know that voice.
I like your...
Wait a minute. You're that British fella.
Weird fella.
The colonists.
Yes. That's right, Percy.
Percy. Been looking for y'all. Wasn't sure if everyone was alright.
Well, most of us are still kicking. We did lose a couple of people to an unfortunate incident. I do remember your voice. What's your name, young man? I'm sure we've met there.
It's Phil. I think we only met pretty briefly.
It's
That's what I
Phil.
remember is...
We met on the day of the attack.
Yeah.
You were gravely injured in the grenade attack.
Well, that explained a lot.
Yes. Yes, you were very badly injured. Well, I feel you saved my life, young man. You threw
In fact.
yourself on top of me and... Well, yes, you threw yourself on top of me and... Well, I took a bit of an impact myself, but you were very gravely injured. We weren't even sure you could pull through, old man. I have to thank you. You sacrificed yourself for a silly old man.
It sounds like the kind of dumbass thing I'd do. But,
Well, I'm in your debt, Phil. I'm in your debt, Phil. It's good to see you again, old man.
you too. Friendly faces are few and far between these days, you know?
Well, we're all very friendly.
That's an
We're headed to Alta to see the stone circle. You're welcome to come along with us if you like, Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit me.
Yeah.
Oh, you okay, Alex?
think we both shot it.
Be my pleasure.
oh dear.
Excellent,
I'm
excellent.
in bad.
Yeah, you got some bandages there? You
Good to
okay?
see you.
You too.
Yeah, it's got my leg.
Got a double kill.
Sorry.
Hi there, partner.
Hello.
Oh gosh. That's a
I'm Mikko. Nice to meet you.
Oh,
Thanks.
Yeah, good to see you, Opie. Good to see you. Come on then, chaps, let's head on.
Way more than things get up.
That was unexpected, to say the least. And here I was thinking the bravest thing I'd ever done was not kill myself. As we made our way to Alter Hill, I got to overhear more from some of the other colonists. Being thrown into all those people was disconcerting. And it was difficult enough for me to keep track of all the names and faces that I was alright to just listen for a while. Besides Percy, Sid, and DeMarcus, there was another Rwandan fellow named Jeremiah. There was Miko, Luke, Alexi, and Mikhail. There was Josh, Alex, Matt, Joseph, Cameron, Sylvie, Justice, Sheriff Sandy, and Johnny Muldoon. There was Charlie and her friend Sayo. Sayo couldn't speak, so communicated through whistles and handwritten notes. And then there was an extremely interesting young man named Harry Wells.
Watch out! Watch out! Get out! Watch out! We're being chased by something! The bees are coming! The bees!
The cow. I'm going to skin it. Get the steak.
Yeah, that cow got like... That cow got fucking fired, so I think
Harry?
That guy is...
5 people to kill a cow.
That's the president, you know.
the president.
I'm good.
Oh, yes, that's Mr.
Oh,
He's a very special man.
Is that
A little bit
an
bored.
official
I'm
title?
tired from all this running.
Well, you did go with two. First of all, there's a gunshot, then you hide in a hut. That's quite obvious.
Well, no, we shot the cow and I don't know how it was a bit
He was gonna rob me! I didn't see my presidential collar.
Fortunately, I don't know. Yeah. Oh.
What can all my people? Rob me
What
now!
are you guys doing so?
He never really spoke about the fucked up life he had to make him the way he was, but from the bits I got out of him, I honestly didn't want to know.
He was gonna rob me, and then he saw all of you, and you're like, fuck that. What a silly that.
Yeah, I do not like to rob anyone. Yeah, different people follow them.
You wouldn't let him rob me, would you, child?
I really totally annihilated them.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
That must be it.
Looks like they want to have a private talk, you know. Let him do that.
Is that it? I thought it would be bigger.
Guess so.
Looks like an altar.
While Percy, Alyssa, and the rest of the council members had their meeting up on the hill, the rest of us made our way down to the houses to see if it might make a good place for the colony to set up shop.
No. This looks like a pretty rundown place.
What are you talking about? It's just the cars outside.
Well, you don't
Yep.
have the women sent
It
to
could
pass,
use
you
some
know.
cleaning up. Look at all this
Sorry,
crap.
sorry.
All this... Just some rocks. Nothing much.
Well, the permanence is impressive. I mean, this house will probably rot away in a matter of decades, but those stones will still be there.
Sure, but they're just stones. You can just find them somewhere, can't you?
You were there when,
I guess this
well,
one's
when the
right
attack happened.
Apparently,
The grenade.
last thing I remember
So
was
much happened that day.
meeting them Russian fellas on the road up to the colony and offering to help against them, and then...
Were you the one that ran and warned us? I think...
Possibly.
Such an awful day, you know. Such an awful day. I can't really remember who was there and who wasn't. I'm Sid. What was your name?
Name's Phil. And yeah, Sid. We met.
Well, we might have met before, but pleased to meet you anyway, Phil.
My name is Sylvie. Nice
Sylvie?
to meet you.
You too.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
So how long have you guys been on the run since then?
I wouldn't say on the run.
I've been with them for a couple of...
You know, we weren't driven out of Hickory Hill. We weren't running scared or anything. It was a decision that we all made, that we'd be much better off if we just, took the colony with us. So that's what we're doing.
I guess that's better than what I've seen. Every time I've seen a settlement scattered to the wind, it's usually because they're fearing for their lives.
Yeah, well, we had problems. Everyone's got problems, though, and I think all of us felt it'd be better if we kept moving, settled down for a few days, do what we could to help the people we met, then packed up and moved on somewhere else. That way, we're always doing what we can.
It seems
But
to be working out pretty well.
it does so far. I mean, we haven't had any of the, well, not many at all, the kind of problems we had up on Hickory Hill.
I don't know about this place though. There's so many...
Yeah, and there's not much here, is there? I mean, I don't know. We need a water supply somewhere close by.
And
Ah,
there's
Mr.
just
President.
2 houses, so...
I don't like it around here. This is, shit.
What?
Yeah.
Well, we're probably stuck here for the night.
Yeah, looks that way.
Sunset's nice.
Gorgeous.
What do we think of the place?
Well,
It's rustic.
there's no apple
I
trees.
don't like it.
There's
no
no
running
water.
water. How am I supposed to wash up?
Oh dear. Oh, that rubbish stinks as well. No, this place is awful. I mean, the stone circle is beautiful, but I wouldn't want to settle here.
Yeah, I'm
And also, I
definitely
don't
not...
think Harry likes this place either.
If we have our windows broken,
No,
I might as well
it
break
doesn't
these
seem to
ones.
like this place at all. Harry, calm down. You'll be on time. Harry, you're going to end up on timeout. Stop it.
So it wasn't going to be any kind of a settlement. But at least it was going to be a place to make camp for the night. I staked out a spot away from everyone else, while they argued about who was going to get the beds that night. It was a hell of a thing. Where others had folded or just lost it, here was a group of people who had persevered. Who, in spite of everything, hadn't lost their optimism or humanity. Like everyone else, life had dealt them a shit hand. But their response was to laugh in spite of it all and keep going. I may not have had a bed, but that night was the best sleep I'd gotten since I landed in country. The next morning,
Okay.
we gathered together to figure out where to head next.
Well, Mrs. Marcos, what do you think our next move should be then?
There's a castle not far from here.
Oh, yes, the castle.
Maybe
Is
we
there
can get
running
one of your
water?
famous 6-hour lectures there.
Ooh, I know the place that we are going to go. I know it. It is by Devil's Castle. It is sort of like the summer camp that we were at, but it has an infirmary, it has a water source, it has lots of chalets. It's a very good
Oh,
place.
I like the
I've
sound
done
of
it
that.
one day.
Well, come on then, let's go and check this place out and then we can get on, yes? What do you think?
Well, first we're going to start by Devil's Castle. It's right near there.
Okay,
There's
excellent.
some history about it, yes?
Yeah. Stop it, come on.
Well, if we head in this direction as the crow flies, should see Devil's Castle before too long.
Excellent, excellent. Hip, hip. Oh, that's lovely, Sio.
It was easy to keep your head up back in those days. It had been weeks since anyone had spotted any hordes of infected, and the random highway robberies began to decline as different factions and groups began to carve out their respective territories. That's not to say it was completely safe, but by then most of the fighting had shifted to the west. As long as you had the numbers, you stood one hell of a chance. And numbers were definitely something the caravan had. With enough people watching the flanks, I was actually able to relax, enough to get to know some more of the colony members. Like Miko, who before all this had been a math teacher, of all things. Now he was more or less the designated hunter of the group.
Well, I've met some Americans and they all seem pretty used to using guns. I think it's a bit of a cultural thing as well in your country.
Yeah, just about everyone I know knows how to use a gun. Oh, new, I guess I should say.
I can't blame you. I'm pretty sad about my country because we got kind of strict gun laws now. So it's pretty hard to get a hold of a gun. But usually that's actually why I came here, yes, to be able to find these old type of guns. And actually to be able to shoot them.
Yeah, well, laws don't really matter much at the moment.
Yeah, it's kind of kind of an anarchy, I would guess you call it. But it's got to keep you moral stuff.
You do what you can.
Ah, it's good to be here, you know, Percy.
It's lovely here, isn't it?
Everything's clean.
I don't know you. Oh,
I need a new
Alright,
one.
boys,
new hat.
if we're going to take a photo, I want one row of people kneeling on the ground, and then I want another row, standing up.
Ah, yes, good thinking. Ladies, you should sit down in the front for a start. Ladies at the front.
DeMarcus kept this old Polaroid camera on him, documenting different people and places, putting together some kind of record for whenever things got back to normal. Everything he took has been lost or burned for a while now. I wish we'd have tried to save at least a few of them. Something to remember the better days, when the colony had free reign over the back roads of South Segoria. But still, we had a good system. Members of the security team like Johnny, Sandy, and DeMarcus would scout ahead for possible camp locations. Once they found a good spot, the rest of us would follow. The colony council members would meet with the leaders of any other groups in the area, and everyone else would head on supply runs to keep the camp stocked. Eventually, we settled in an old summer camp in the woods up north, not far away from when the 501st had set up their field HQ. There, Percy explained to me, Joseph, and Harry what the council had been planning for an eventual re-establishment of the colony.
No, well, I believe
Get the whale. Let's build it.
that I believe a lot of people carried on sort of going there, you know, for trading and so forth, but it seemed to turn into a hellhole, you know. There was tales of slavery and robbery and gunfight, and not at all what we tried to establish there, you know. Well, that's why we've never been back, really. We don't intend to go back there either.
To say the least, I guess.
We have to learn by our mistakes, I suppose. We made a lot of mistakes there.
Oh, well, you learn or you die. Adapt or die, I guess. That's shit I almost did.
Indeed. Well, the main thing what we've established here is that, you know, I think one of our main problems was trying to have the so-called security defence force with the orange armbands. That was the start of the problems. Everything went wrong from there. So there's no security here. There's no such thing. We're only civilians, so if anybody comes in here in force and wants to take from us, then we let them take from us, you know. There'll be no fighting here.
I think if we keep this, I mean, of course I'm a new member, so I don't have much say, but if we keep this quiet and only bring in people little at a time and don't get inundated with survivors, we might be able to keep things quiet and off other people's radar.
Yes, but I fear it's going to be an impossible situation. I mean, we're already, you know, sort of quite well known here. I mean, we've had quite a large group here already, and I think it's only a matter of time before others turn up. But we're hoping that we can establish ourselves as a neutral zone, and that everybody can respect each other's opinions while they're here and keep the conflict out of here. We're taking steps with using sort of an open radio frequency to, you know, establish when one group's here that another group will stay away, and have a gentlemanly agreement to keep any conflict out of the colony. I mean, that's all we're trying to do, really. If we can establish that from the start and have some sort of communication, you know, via radio, so that groups with conflicts, you know, don't meet up, sort of, you come on a Tuesday and you come on a Wednesday, whatever it might be, you know, then we're going to sort of go down that route, because we're hoping to be, well, not really, well, I suppose peacekeepers. We're offering to, you know, sort of invite leaders from groups to talk with other leaders from groups to establish sort of peace if they can, or somewhere they can come and talk their differences without bloody guns and fighting. And Harry, of course, will run around with his broom.
It's just stuff. You know, if somebody wants my peaches, they can have the damn things. I know where to get food.
Exactly. Well, I mean, of course, we don't have any security defence, but we know that there's going to be bickering and there's going to be petty arguments over who said what and who did what, and there's probably going to be, you know, civilian sort of problems with civilians who've got past problems and so forth. And, well, you know, Johnny, you've met Johnny, haven't you, Phil? Johnny Muldoon, the Irish chap.
Johnny Muldoon. Possibly. I don't know.
Yes, well, he's one of
a lot of people.
He's one of the first. Yes, well, he's one of the first chaps. He was an Irish chap. He's usually around with Mr. DeMarcus, and well, it's entirely up to them. They're sort of off the record. They're in charge of any, you know, security that needs taken care of. So I don't have any say in it. It's completely at their discretion what they need to do. You know, if they need to take any steps to eject people or sort out any arguments, then we'll leave it to them, of course. But no, there won't be people walking around with armbands, and we're not conscripting in security defences or militia or anything like that, because it just causes problems.
I couldn't agree any goddamn harder. I think all you really need now is a guidance counselor.
Yes. You volunteering, Phil?
I could try. I mean, Lord knows I've talked my way out of so many goddamn ass kickings on I-80 corridor. I could give it a shot.
Really? there we go. If everybody, sort of uses their skills however they can, I mean, we'd be grateful for that, of course.
Although, I'll
I mean,
just say
Joseph,
right now,
I'm sure he'd be...
I am not licensed in group counseling or therapy.
I don't think licenses apply anymore.
No, I was just about to say. Well, I'm sure Joseph, for example, being a native here, he'd be very good at sort of navigating supply runs and things like that, So we'll all have our uses and we'll all find our niches, hopefully. Be able to work together and make this place a success,
Yes. Be nice to be able to call a place home. I've been with that one for so long.
Yes, indeed. Well, we've been wandering ourselves. I mean, we've been pretty much nomadic, but, I mean, obviously with us still being the caravan, we're here semi-permanently. I mean, we're going to be here for the sort of foreseeable future, but who knows, If everything goes to rack and ruin, then we'll move on again.
I gotta say, it's probably the best I've felt in a long time. Feels like the uncertainty's gone. And we have a bed to sleep in for once.
Well, we can only hope. Yes, the chalets are quite comfortable. We do have most facilities here. I mean, as you know, we've got the infirmary over there, we've got the fresh water, lots of places to sleep, lots of places for people to go off and talk, even got a pond to swim in and a playground. Yeah. Yes, I think we've got everything we need here.
And that sandbox.
And of course, Harry's sandpit, yes.
Ties it all together.
Yes, it does.
The plan seemed to work for a while. Meetings were arranged, alliances solidified. Given our location, it was easy to feel safe enough to settle into a routine. But outside our walls, danger was never too far away. That was really driven home on the day I first met Alexei, after he and someone I'd known named Andy Bogart suffered a bandit attack out in the west.
Morning.
Waking up?
Well, I'm trying to. I still can't get used to the lack of coffee,
Oh, yeah, I totally understand.
Hello, guidance counselor.
Hello, Percy.
Hello there. Well, I've had a little bit of excitement. I don't know if you know Alexei, the Russian chap. He was stabbed with a screwdriver. Some Russian kite calling himself Roman. A convict of some description.
Is he okay?
Well, no, he's been stabbed with a screwdriver. I mean, he's recovering, yes, he's alive. But as okay as I suppose anyone can be being stabbed with a screwdriver, But that's not the worst of it. Well, Andy and Vera, I don't know if you've ever met them. Andy Bogart and Vera, I don't know her second name. Well, I didn't, shall I say.
Yeah, I met Andy pretty briefly back when I was running around with those sanctuary people.
And maybe Alexei could tell you more if you knew Andy, Phil. Maybe we could get... I think they're down at the pond, if we want to take a walk down.
Yeah, I'd like to know what happened.
Okay, Charlie.
I'm okay.
Oh, Charlie?
Going to talk to Alexei.
Hello.
Alexei, how are you feeling, good chap?
Yeah, I think the painkillers start to kick in, but apart from that, try not to think about it,
I know it's very awkward, but could you tell Phil what happened?
Yeah, well, I was just driving, I was trying to get this place, Altar Hill, and I reached Viber, and I see people on the road, they stop me, and I recognize Andy, and, shortly after, these Irish people, they start getting very mad. They asked every one of us to drop our weapons, put our hands in the air. And then, they just take our radios, they take everything we have, take us into the wood. Yeah, after that, you can just imagine what happens. They torture Zira and Andy. They beat Andy not to death, but they beat the shit out of him is what I'm trying to say. And they stab him with a screwdriver.
I don't need to hear anymore. Sorry.
It's quite disturbing, I know.
And then, they take Andy into the woods. They say they have word, and you know what I hear afterwards? Just a couple of gunshots and laughter. They all start laughing. They start to, make fun of Vera. They say that Andy died. They humiliate her. They spit on Vera.
She okay?
I don't know, man. Like they asked me to leave, but they knocked her unconscious. She was just laying on the ground. I don't know if she was breathing or not. I couldn't get too close. They wouldn't let me.
I mean, I don't know Andy that well, but he seemed like a decent enough kind of guy.
Yeah, he was nice to me, and I don't know, they assumed that I was with them, and I don't know, they seemed like they had some sort of conflict. They were saying something about Vera shooting one of them. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still a bit confused, after everything that happened. I don't understand why would he do such things. It's hard for me to understand. I don't know. What could they possibly would have done, to deserve such punishment? They even stabbed me in the chest with a dirty screwdriver just because I wasn't saying what they wanted to hear. I'm not even sure what they wanted to hear. I'm still confused.
Understandable. Just look after yourself first, okay?
No. Yeah, I think I'll go have a seat. I'm feeling a bit, dizzy.
Okay, you take care of yourself.
You got like 100.
Nah.
You fucking a worm? You okay?
I just put them in there. Need them.
Alexei made his way back up to the medical clinic, where the camp medic, Josh, finished patching him up and gave him some more meds that knocked him out for the night. Afterwards, Josh came back down to the camp to introduce himself.
Hi, nice to meet you, Phil. I'm Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Yeah, well, where did you grow up? Have we? Not a lot of people.
I grew up in Nebraska.
Washington. Grew up in Washington. I mean, I don't know. Do you know if the infected is... The infection, actually, is out in America, everywhere? Is it just here? I worry about my family,
Well, all I've really heard are rumors. Some people are saying it hit pretty hard. Others were saying it didn't make it past the coast. Really, just not sure what to think. It's hard to imagine the whole country falling. Honestly, I just try not to think about it at all.
But, I don't know, I used to be really worried about it, but, you know, I've done a lot of thinking, you know, considering U.S. military, it's pretty strong, so I'm sure there's a lot of troops out there helping if there are infected there. And my dad, you know, he always had a shotgun hung somewhere in the house, so I'm sure he's all right. I'm sure they're all right out there. I guess hopefully I get back there one day to see what happened to them.
Well, I can definitely understand that, but maybe that ain't something to be too excited about. I mean, think about how long we've been around the virus. Even if we are immune, they ain't gonna risk letting a bunch of carriers back out in society.
I guess you're right.
They will quarantine us, probably shoot anyone that gets out of line. So I say that for now, we are just fine. There we are.
All right. Yeah, I guess you have a point. So you think we're just gonna be here forever?
No.
Well, I don't know about you, gentlemen, but this is my home, so yes, I will be here forever.
See, there's one point of view right there.
Yeah, there you go. I guess just a bit more lucky than
Yeah, I wish you guys had the home. Before this, I didn't even have one. I guess now because of this, everywhere's my home now.
I guess I was the same way. I had an apartment, but since I was a long-haul truck driver, I never really stayed in one place for too long.
Okay, let me get some more wood.
You know, I mean, I ask a lot of people this. When I first arrived here, you know, I was thinking, I was gonna try to develop a cure or something, but I don't know, as time went on, I just slowly lost faith. Everybody's telling me I can't stop now, but it's really tough for just one person. And I don't know, I want to.
Well, I figure a lot of people must have seen this whole thing as some kind of clean slate. I know I did, but I don't know. You see enough shit, enough people die. Well, we're still here, and that's something. I mean, statistically speaking, we should probably all be dead right now.
So I think it's a miracle that we all survived. I think.
All I know is if you're a truck driver, next truck we find, you're driving. I don't like when they all drive.
But no, like I was saying, we're all here now.
I think we should all get rid of these naive fantasies about saving the world. Just focus on doing the best we can now.
Just trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
Tom, let me get something you never drank before. I go back to my chalet, get my private dish. Josh, bring some of this, but I warn you, if we spit it out, don't spit it towards the fire.
Don't drink too much, Josh.
Down the hatch.
Just gonna get a drink.
Here. Just take a sip.
What?
Drink it, you'll see.
Liquor.
First for everything.
Oh, all right, wow.
Strong, like mighty good stuff.
Yes. Oh, you are a man.
Hey man, I'm only 20. It's the second time I've drinking something.
Hey, I've been drinking Old Crow since I was 14, just to be fair.
Careful, Josh. Sounds like that's going to your head already.
Sure you don't fall in the fire. I don't want to pull you out.
I'll just sit down.
Yes, Josh. Don't
I got food with you, so you have to drink alone.
Where did the girls go? Where did Sarah and Charlie go? They go for one, though.
No, I think I want to...
That's just like paint thinner. My favorite.
Hey, you want to give me another nip of that?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, where did they go? I thought you just woke up.
Well, you know.
Bit of a long sleep, that, Phil. I don't know about that, I'm 64.
So he hasn't killed you yet. It's not going to kill you. He still beats me in a race.
I don't know for how much longer I will be. I can't keep running around like this forever. That's why I like this place.
Quite hope we don't have to leave.
Actually, that reminds me, I can find something.
Get the matches. I'll light her up.
Oh. Beat you to it.
Man, quick draw McGraw here. Front's got matches. What a waste. Save 9 then. My buck was 79.
Actually, hit Percy.
I counted. Well, actually I counted 80, but I received it. It's important to know how many matches you did. I think I was on a full buck. Otherwise I was a
Yes, Phil. Mind that bag here, trip overs on the way through.
Yeah, I mean, I had to use
And I'll make this short. Not to get too heavy or nothing. And I just wanted to say with you and your people, I guess they're my people now too. I just wanted to say thanks for taking me in.
You're very welcome here, Phil. I like to think I'm a good judge of character. It's one of the only things I've got going for me. This awful scenario we find ourselves in. I'm very glad to have you here, and I'm glad you, well, even if it's not permanently here, you'll always have a home with the caravan, as long as we're all together.
Oh, I appreciate
Yes, of course.
You're very welcome here, Phil.
Yeah, well, that's enough of that sentimental stuff.
Yes, yes.
Night.
Yes.
too long. Just a couple minutes.
It's hard not to look back now and wonder what could have been done differently. Though I guess it doesn't matter anymore. The better days were good while they lasted. But we just weren't prepared for how quickly they came to an end.
Hello, Percy.
Oh, hello, Jacob. How are you? Come and have a seat by the fire.
I'm okay, thank you. Yeah, well, you're not going to be enjoying that fire for too long. I need you to come with me.
Oh, right.
But listen, I'd rather this happen peacefully because I don't want to shoot you. But just put your weapon down on the ground for me and come on, let's go and take a walk.
Oh, goodness gracious, Jacob. What's going on? What's happening?
I can't let you know where you're going just yet, so I'm going to have to handcuff you and put a burlap on your head.
goodness gracious. Jacob, I thought we were friends. What's going on?
We are friends, Percy. That's why you're still alive.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, goodness gracious. Jacob, what's happening? This is terrifying.
Okay. I'm sorry, but you can't know where you're going. If you just turn towards my voice.
Oh, goodness gracious me, this is terrifying.
Listen, Percy, I've got certain demands that I need to be made. And seeing that you're probably the most high-value target in Chinaris at the moment, this is why it's happening. Don't take anything personal. We'll do our best to take good care of you.
But I'm just an old man.
Make sure that... Mate, you might be, but you're a very popular old man and this is business.
Goodness gracious me. It's all very terrifying.
Well, let's just hope your friends really are true friends and meet these demands. Otherwise they might not be seeing you for a little while.
Oh, well, I'll have to radio the demands to them before we leave.
I've got radio you can use.
The moon is bright.